We continue on with pool play today. Up next, Legacy and KACHEA. Legacy in those dark blue uniforms to your left, KACHEA in the black uniforms to your right. And once again, like every other pool play match, this starts at 4-4. We're headed to 25. And so a 5-4 lead for the Wildcats as Natalie DeVusser checks into the lineup, and back to serve will be Emma Weber. And Weber's serve is an ace, making it 6-4. Again, KACHEA out of Kingsport, Tennessee, 14-4 on the regular season, coached by Allison Osteen in her 13th year of coaching for KACHEA. And that's returned out of bounds, so another ace makes it now 7-4. KACHEA was 3-0, and then you can make it 4-0 after their win earlier today. I believe it's 4-0 anyway. To try to keep all those different schedules accurate. So 7-5 the lead here for the Wildcats. Set in the middle, and kill there for Ariana Hummer. As Victoria West checks in, and back to serve is McKenna True. Set to that back line for Berkeley Frank. Now bumped over by Weber. Tipped over up front by Bowers for the Saints. And now Kimberly Lau pushes it deep, and that will fall in. So an 8-6 lead here for the Wildcats. Mackenzie Bowers to serve for Legacy. Legacy Christian Academy out of Stevens City, Virginia, 17-6 on the year coming into this tournament. Coached by Brian Lau in his first year at Legacy. As we talked earlier, they're in the process of building their gymnasium that they will move into hopefully next year. Serve here played up front. Now Wildcats will play it in the middle. That just set across and down by Victoria West. Make it a 10-6 lead for the Wildcats as Kelly Vernat serves. Back in the middle, that's sent over. Now the Wildcats with it. Saints will just send it back over. And that hit out of bounds. Gonna make it 10-7. Cammie Barnes will get set to serve here. She was the MVP of the Legacy tournament earlier this year, one which Legacy actually won. Her team also has the best record in the history of their school. And they only have one senior, so a lot to look forward to on this Saints team. 11-7 is the lead now for KACHEA. Served by Rachel Cole. Turn back up front, that's deflected, now sent over. Put across by Lau, tip back over again and down, make it 11-8. And now Morgan Bowers to serve it up. By the way, Morgan, just an 8th grader. As I mentioned, a lot to look forward to for this Saints volleyball program, not only at the rest of this tournament, but moving forward into the next few years. So 12-8 is the lead for the Wildcats as Bailey Rotan checks in. along with Kylie Farrell and Emily Osteen. Ratan coaches 11-year-olds in travel volleyball and also helps with special needs children at her church. A lot of community service type things for some of these girls on the Wildcats. So we have a rotation error that will give the Saints another point. So now 12-10 the lead for KACHEA. And that's served out of bounds. So now 13-10. Kylie Farrell to serve. Farrell recognized by her coach as their best defensive player. And this sent in along that back line. I'll make it 13-11. Serve here, just tipped across, played up front. And into the nets is Eliana Hummer. Make it 13-12. Serve here, play to the outside. And that tipped into the net. So now 14-12 KACHEA. As Emma Weber will get set to serve. Back to the middle of the floor, put across by Bowers. And that tipped across and now hammered, and it will go up into the upper level here off the kill by Hummer. Make it 15-12. This is the 8th year that KACHEA has been to the NACA tournament. They have not been a champion before, but they have produced 4 All-American players during that time frame. And that tipped across and down, making it 15-13. By the way, KACHEA stands for Kingsport Area Christian Homeschool Education Association. And that's served out of bounds. So now 16-13. And Emily Osteen to serve. This is Emily's first year at the NACA tournament, but her sister came here for 3 years. Her first experience at this level, and that put into the net, making it 16-14. And now Mackenzie Bowers will get set to serve. Up front, this tipped across and down. Make it 16-15 and a timeout to KACHEA. Middle of set 1, take a break. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the NACA. So serve here by Mackenzie Bowers. In the outside, and a kill there for Hummer. Make it now 17-15 as Kelly Vernot checks in. She'll get set to serve here. And an ace will make it 18-15. Played into that back row, put over by Frank. Set in the middle, and that hit out of bounds. Make it 18-16. So Cammie Barnes with the serve. Check down, and it'll eventually fall in, so 18-17. Served by Barnes, tipped across. And that will fall in, so we're tied at 18. Served by Barnes, played up front, and that will go into the net. Now 19-18. So Barnes serves that out of bounds. Now back tied at 19. And Rachel Cole to serve. Let's play back up front. It's tipped across. And that blocked up front. And a nice kill on the far side for Victoria West. Now at 20-19 for KACHEA. As back in comes McKenna True. By the way, Victoria West, who just had that kill, just completed her 100-hour service project for American Heritage Girls. She also teaches tap class to elementary age students. The girls on this team, as we mentioned, doing a lot of service-based things. It's a good thing. Back to the middle, that put across and down. Off the hit from Farrell, making it 21-19. So again, Cole to serve. Return back up front and hammered in by Kylie Farrell. Make it 22-19 and a timeout to Legacy. Back with more of set one in a moment. You're watching the NACA. So Cole with the serve. Turn back up front. Set in the middle and then turn back over. An opportunity here for the Saints. Back to middle, and we have an illegal hit to make it 23-19. Serve tracked down, back in the middle, put over by Lau. And 4 hits will give it back over to Legacy, trailing now 23-20. So Morgan Bowers with the serve. And that was partially deflected and still alive. Sent back deep, and now the Saints will play it over. Once again, still alive. Pumped across there by Lau. That was initially deflected up front. And sent back over. It's been a long point. Still alive. And that tipped in, and we have somebody in the net for the Saints. 24-20 is the lead now for the Wildcats. And that brings us to set point here in set number 1. Bailey Rotan to serve. Back over, and now the Saints play it to the outside, put across there by Allenson. And that was touched, and that will do it for set 1. 25-20 is the win for KACHEA. Take a break, come back with set 2 in 3 minutes. You're watching the NACA. So back to it here in set 2. As the Wildcats work with it here for the first point of this set. That tipped across and eventually deflects out of bounds. And it will be a 5-4 lead for the Wildcats. Again, every set in pool play starts at 4-4 to try to keep everything on track time-wise. There is an ace. That'll make it 6-4. As Emma Weber continues to serve. Once again, an opportunity for the Wildcats. That hit into the net, make it 6-5. And that makes it all tied up at 6. That is out of bounds. Off the serve from Berkeley Frank, now 7-6. McKenna True with the serve. Sent over on the near side, put across by Barnes. And that hit pretty good, but a good dig in that back row as well by Frank. And that will eventually fall in. So an 8-6 lead. Played to the outside, and that's going to be a kill for Rachel Cole, making now 9-6. And left up front, tipped across and down by Hummer, make it now 10-6. So True with the serve, that's out of bounds. Make it now 10-7. It's back in for KACHEA comes Natalie DeVusser. She'll replace True. And the serve here from Mackenzie Bowers. Tipped across, and they'll eventually settle in. So now an 11-7 lead. Here taken into the back row. Tipped across by Farrell, back out front. And that's hit out of bounds to make it 11-8. That serve out of bounds. Service error. Well, we'll make it 12-8. As Rachel Cole will serve again. Back in the middle, that's set over. Good save on the far side by Weber. And back to the middle, that was partially blocked up front. And into the nets is Kimberly Lau. Make it 13-8. And that's served out of bounds. 13-9. Morgan Bowers to serve here. Back off on the near side. Now an opportunity for the Saints. That hit out of bounds by Berkeley Frank. Make it 14-9 and a timeout to Legacy. Take a break. Back with more of set 2 in just a moment. You're watching the NACA. So McKenna True back in, and now the serve from Rotan. 14-9, that is 4 hits, make it 15-9. Serve from Rotan is an ace. Now 16-9. This played back to the near side. That is a kill on that back line by Kaylin Allenson, and back into the lineup for Legacy returns Mackenzie Bowers as Lau will get set to serve. And this hit out of bounds. So make it 16-11. Now serve played to the outside. This tipped across now by True. In the middle, that deflected off the top of the net, and a kill for Kylie Farrell. Make it 17-11. Ariana Hummer returns for KACHEA. Set in the middle, that tipped into the net by Mackenzie Bowers, making it now 18-11. That serve heads out of bounds. Now 18-12. Played back on the near side. That's tipped across. Saved up front. And that deflected, make it 18-13. Played to the outside. That is hit out of bounds. Make it 18-14. That goes into the nets. Now 19-14, and back to serve for the Wildcats is Emma Weber. Weber's serve played into the back row, sent across there by Lau. In the middle, that ball hammered by Ariana Hummer, make it 20-14. Played over on the near side, put across by Barnes. That's set into the net. Making it now 20-15. Serve here by Berkeley Frank. Set to the outside. Cole's hit was deflected. And now sent over out of bounds. Make it 21-15. On the near side, that's put across. An opportunity now for KACHEA. That hit into the net, make it 21-16. Kenzie Bowers with the serve. Send to the near side. That hit into the net by Hummer. Now 21-17. And that tipped across. Set in the middle, and that left a little short, making it 22-17. And we have a timeout to Legacy, 22-17. The Wildcats lead it. Back with more of set two in just a moment. You're watching the NACA. Out of the timeout, KACHEA to play it to the outside. That's Cole, and she'll get credit for a kill there, making it 23-17. Bernat with the serve, little floater, makes it 24-17, and now match point for KACHEA. Turn back up front. To the far side and then just bumped over. Back to the near side, put over by Barnes, and KACHEA is in the net, making it and we have a little bit of a scoring issue here with the scoreboard as I'll try to get it figured out. I believe it. (24-18). And the serve coming up from Cammie Barnes. It's played the outside. That is in along that back line. And the kill for Kylie Farrell will end this one, 25-18. So KACHEA takes this match over Legacy. We'll have one more in this particular group between Hearts and Somerset. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. You've been watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.